don't know about you guys, but I used to take Adderall when I was younger and that completely fried my brain. I had to take it because I wasn't sitting still in school and now it's forever affected me for the rest of my life. Which segues onto this story which Penguin Zero also covered but also caught my eye as well. Apparently in New Zealand, charity unknowingly gives out sweets with lethal levels of meth. How do you even put meth in sweets? Is there like a Breaking Bad super concoction that I could fix up in my own kitchen? Because this sounds real interesting. Charity working with homeless people in Auckland, New Zealand unknowingly distributed sweets filled with a potentially lethal dose of methamphetamine in its food parcels after the items were donated by a member of the public. Auckland City Mission told reporters on Wednesday that staff had to contact up to 400 people to track down the parcels that could contain sweets, which were solid blocks of methamphetamine enclosed in lolly wrappers. New Zealand police have opened a criminal investigation. Imagine having a drug empire for 10 years in the underground cities, the underground black markets of Auckland, New Zealand, just for some homeless people to start dishing them out to kids, ruining your whole entire shit. This was actually the true downfall of Heisenberg right here, I'll tell you that. The amount of methamphetamine in each sweet was up to 300 times the level someone would usually take and could be lethal, according to the New Zealand Drug Foundation, a drug checking and policy organisation which first tested the lollies. What are the police even doing? There is so much things that the police could be doing, including tracking up on this sort of shit, but they're eating donuts right now. They're eating donuts in New Zealand. Ben Burks-Ang, a foundation spokesperson, said disguising drugs as innocuous goods was a common cross-border smuggling technique, and more of the sweets might have been distributed throughout New Zealand. So it's not like Heisenberg, it's more like a Pablo Escobar, Plato or Plomo. Sweets had a high street value of 1,000 New Zealand dollars per lolly, which suggested the donation by an unknown member of the public was accidental rather than a deliberate attack, Burksang said. This is the equivalent of Jesse throwing away thousands of dollars in his car then. Breaking Bad references for you. That guy is fucking dead, by the way. I don't know what drugs he was smoking, but his superiors are going to be chopping off his legs quickly. He's going to be chopping off his arms, gouging out his eyes, taking off his jaw, and they'll be playing Funky Town, if you get that reference. City Commissioner Helen Robinson said 8 families, including at least one child, had reported consuming the contaminated sweets since Tuesday. No one was hospitalized, and Robinson said that the revolting taste meant most had immediately spat them out. The charity's food bank only accepts donations of commercially produced food in sealing packaging. Robinson said the pineapple sweets stamped with the label of Malaysian brand Renda appeared as such when they were donated, arriving in a retail-sized bag, she added. This is, I'm just going to give another TV story reference. This is like the equivalent of giving kids Compound V, because once you give a kid Adderall, once you give them full-on stimulants, then they're pretty much Homelander at this point. They're pretty much Starlighters. They're pretty much Homelanders and Starlights. Rinder said in a written statement that the company had learned through New Zealand's news reports that its sweet may have been misused and would cooperate with authorities. We want to make it clear that Render Food Industries does not use or condone any illegal drugs in our products, says General Manager Stephen Tare. Then why was there methamphetamine in your shit, little bro? Why did you stick methamphetamine in it? Why'd you inject it into the fucking sticky sweets? Auckland City Mission was alerted on Tuesday by a food bank client who's reported a funny tasting lolly. Staff tasted some of its remaining sweets and immediately contacted the authorities. I'm gathering it's probably not the taste, it's more like the reaction after tasting it, because I would imagine people would start eating their fingernails out of obnoxious rate. People would start eating their toenails, their skin, all that sort of shit. They're methed up, bro. They're fucking eating people as well. Had been donated sometimes in the past 6 weeks, Robinson said. It was not clear how many had been distributed in that time and how many were made of methamphetamine. Some of those who received the food parcels were clients of the charity's addiction service, and the news that drugs had been distributed had provoked distress. To say that we are devastated is an understatement, Robinson said. Methamphetamine is a powerful, highly addictive stimulant that affects the central nervous system. It takes the form of a white, odorless, bitter-tasting crystalline powder that is easily dissolves in water or alcohol. God damn, that was passionate. That was a passionate speech. Look, I completely understand. I mean, I'm a skinny crackhead, and the only reason why I'm a skinny crackhead is because of my Adderall use. It's a different name. I forgot what the name is under in the UK, but I did definitely take Adderall, and it did make me focus in class, but at what cost? At what cost? My sanity? I'm trying to run a YouTube channel here. This is the least sane thing anyone could do in their life. I mean, look at Tumad. He had an Adderall Adderall condition. He's fucking dead. I mean, logistical errors happen all the time. It happens at warehouses and retail, all types of businesses, including charity work. This sort of problem isn't that as uncommon as you think, especially when it comes to meth. Alright, just to wrap it up, just to put it in a nice little bow. There's a huge underground trafficking, human trafficking, drug trafficking thing in the black market in New Zealand, and no one wants to talk about it. They banned cigarettes, but yeah, you could buy cigarettes cheaply in the black market. Just ask a local Romanian over there, or a local Albanian. They'll give you some meth as well, some Adderall. But yeah, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. Reblog. Bye bye.